will be commemorating Human Rights Day in Sharpeville. At least 69 unarmed civilians were killed by apartheid police in Sharpeville when they were protesting against the pass laws which restricted the movement of black people. eNCA Slindelo Masikane has been braving the weather. She's been there all morning talking through the developments or the proceedings that have been taken place the entire morning. And Slee, just give us an update in terms of some of the proceedings that are taking place there.
Well, we've seen a number of civil society organizations as well as political parties here in Sharpeville commemorating what happened here on the 21st of March 1960. I am joined by the Deputy President of the PAC, which of course was the political party that led that historic protest here in Sharpeville. I'm joined by Mr. Lunga Mantashe. Thank you so much for your time. You know, the PAC has been braving this weather. You guys marched from the cemetery to the memorial site. Just how important is this day for the PAC, its leaders, its members, as well as South Africans?
Yeah, so this day is very important for the PAC because blood was spilled today. People died today. They died fighting for freedom. Some of them were kids. Some of them were women. And some of them were men. They had families. They had people to feed. They died here, fighting for this liberation. So for us, this day is so important that it reminds us not to forget. There's a problem in South Africa today. People easily forget. A politician says this yesterday, tomorrow they say another thing, and the people have forgotten. And this, we believe, as the PAC, has been sustained, has been perpetuated, entrenched by the colonial regime, this idea of forgetting. Part of the reasons why we remember and commemorate and reflect on this day is to ensure that the memory does not forget. So we pass this through to generations. That's what it means to us. But secondly, it means for the PAC that the struggle has not only not ended, but the struggle was aborted prematurely. When the apartheid regime was in a serious corner, we aborted the struggle. The ANC aborted the struggle. And the ANC sold our people in 1994. It negotiated a bad deal from a weak position, and then it pretended to govern on behalf of the African people, when in fact the ANC is governing on behalf of Europeans. It's governing on behalf of the imperialists. The resources of this country don't belong to the people who live here. See, you saw the Operation Tudula. Who are they chasing out? Why are they chasing African people out? Have you seen anyone chasing a white man out? Why? It's because the colonial regime has managed to perpetuate this idea that whiteness, white supremacy, white domination, Africans can be nothing without.
You mentioned that blood was spilled here, and we still see black South Africans living in poverty. Yes. Was their sacrifice in vain?
And that's a very important question. And that question should also be asked to the ANC, shouldn't it be asked? And we know what it's going to say. Who are in the process. They are always in the process of something. So these people have died in vain if the PAC does not, from today onwards, begin to pursue the unfolding positive action campaign, which Sobukwe had instructed us. Sobukwe had said to the PAC and to the masses of our people, he said, this is an unfolding anti-pass campaign. It's an unfolding positive action campaign. It is not going to be stopped. Don't listen to the media. It's going to be only aborted by me, Sobukwe. And Sobukwe died in 1978. He has never told us to stop the struggle. And so we're pursuing the struggle. As you put it, people today, 5 out of 10 people in this country are unemployed. And people claim that business must create jobs. Why is it that the African people have to depend on business? Because this mentality again has been created even in schools, that the African people cannot survive without the help, without the handout of the European investors. So we believe this is a perpetuation of that project. It's a neoliberal project perpetuated against the African people. That's why they live in shacks today, congested and at times evicted like the dejected people they have always been made to be.
Lastly, Mr. Mantashe, moving forward, what should South Africans then demand from this ANC-led government, and what is it going to take for black South Africans to be liberated?
First of all, the African people should demand nothing from the ANC. They are not going to get anything from the ANC. They have waited for everything since 1994. In fact, in 1994, the ANC promised to give the people 30% of the land, and then it gave its own cronies. So they should expect nothing from the ANC. They should have expected nothing from the fake land debate. They should expect nothing from politicians. The African people must now begin to depend on themselves. They must begin to wage the struggle by themselves. They must never hope for a second that Parliament is a place of liberation. Parliament is a place of the bourgeois who are there to protect the status quo.
Thank you so much, Mr. Matashe. I think that's where we can leave it for now. Ropiwa, as you can see behind me, the PAC program is officially underway here at the memorial site, and they're just one of many organizations, political parties that are remembering the heroes of that protest on the 21st of March 1960.
No, absolutely, Slindelo Masikane there. You could also just hear the frustration that has built up over the years by these people who've been failed by the governing party, of course, the state as well. Slindelo Masikane will be coming back to you as you continue to cover those proceedings as they unfold them.